Good morning, Fast Motorsports. It's about 6:30 a.m. here. We don't know what time you're watching this, but it's early right now. We are getting ready to go and pick up the roll cage for this thing. I'll show you here in a second. It has a roll cage. It's not quite what Spencer wants for the speeds that we're gonna be attempting, which is really fast. Spencer wants to go a certain mile per hour number, which I'm sure he'll tell you about at some point. But it's gonna be fast, and we want the cage to be as safe as possible. It's actually a speed that's high enough. He's thinking about adding a third and fourth parachutes to the back of the truck. So yeah, we're gonna go quick. We're gonna try at least. Let's take a look at the old cage, and then we're gonna hit the road and go pick up the new one. The destination's about 2.5 hours away. I actually don't even know what town we're going to. He just told me that it's far away. So that's why we're here early. Gonna go pick up a roll cage. Let's take a look at the old one. Still dusty in here. Remember, this thing was in storage for 10 years. So you can see it does have a roll cage. I don't know anything about roll cages. It looks like a good roll cage. I don't know, looks okay. But Spencer said part of the problem is that it's not tied into the frame, or it's not tied into the frame in a way that he is satisfied with. So despite how safe this truck looks and how cool it looks with all the racing harnesses, I mean, look at that. You got triple racing buckets, Mastercraft racing buckets. Shameless plug there, even though they don't sponsor us anymore. At least I don't think they do. How cool does it look? But I guess we need to make some upgrades to the safety of the truck again. And I mean, bear in mind, this thing was built back in like 2005, 2006. So even though this was all state-of-the-art stuff, it's 15 years old at this point. So thankfully, the automotive aftermarket has produced better stuff. So we are gonna replace the great stuff from 2006 with great stuff from 2021, if the aliens don't get us first. So that's it. We're gonna go get the roll cage and come take a ride with us. So we have these really cool old copper nitrous express bottles. If you have any ideas of what we should do with them, comment down below, because they're too cool. Like, they shouldn't just sit on a shelf, and I don't know that we're gonna use them right away, if we're gonna use them at all, but those things are so cool. They deserve to live on in some way. I don't know. Maybe it's like coffee dispensers or something. And also, one last thing before we go. Spencer has quite the turbo collection. I mean, he uses them all. They're not going to waste, that's for sure. But that's 1, 2, 3 Garrett turbos. This is a brand I don't know. I think this is an ATS turbo, and this is powder coated red. That's all I know about that. We're not gonna deal with that. That's a project for a different day. We're not dealing with that today. Same thing with that. Don't look at that. We're not dealing with that. Okay, now let's hit the road. All right, just rolled into Maverick Diesel. We try to be really respectful at these shops, so we're gonna find out if we can film here. If not, you're just gonna see us get the cage and go home. If we can film anything, we will. All right, guys, so we were able to take a little bit of a look at Maverick Diesel. Now, the guys there were super cool. We actually hung out for about an hour. They were working on a bunch of different projects, a fully functional shop in the middle of doing a whole bunch of cool, high horsepower stuff. So shout out to those guys, super friendly, Maverick Diesel in Illinois. We didn't get a whole ton of footage, unfortunately, but we're gonna talk a little bit more about the roll cage when we get back to the shop. And again, we're making all these videos because we want to document the process of rebuilding this truck, and we hope that you guys enjoy. Okay, so like we were saying earlier, the reason that we were picking up a roll cage is because Spencer isn't totally satisfied with the one that's in there. So that's Spencer. Why the change?
Well, this is a 6-point cage. It has 6 attachment points to the truck. It is also a bolt-in cage where, for what we're doing, we're going to want to weld it directly to the frame, have it much stronger. Along with it being DOM, the new cage is chromoly. So with chromoly being stronger, we can actually go with lighter material, save some weight, and be just as safe. The new cage is a 10-point cage. There's going to be some changes made to it just to make it a little bit more safe for the speeds that we're going to be doing, along with a lot more weight reduction inside the cab.
Now, the kind of old school-ish Mastercraft seats and harnesses and all this stuff, and our really cool center console that actually has a subwoofer in it, do we have to lose all the cool interior stuff, or are we just going to change it out for safety?
So we have some PRP containment seats coming. Those should be here before too long. Just again, a little bit more safety factor in there. The sub box, unfortunately, is going to have to go. It's just ungodly heavy. It's solid fiberglass, and there's 5 amps in it. So what we're doing, we only have AC, so we don't need a radio either.
Those of you that watched the last video and got a sneak peek at the turbos, Spencer is starting to mock these up into place. This is obviously the wrong engine. This is still the 5.9. We're replacing it with a sleeved 6.7, which is technically a 6.4. But he did kind of mock up this 106 millimeter Garrett turbo, and just, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be good stuff. I know I keep saying it, but this truck's gonna be fast. I've ridden some fast motorcycles in my life. I've ridden in a few fast cars, but whatever 2,500 plus horsepower level that this gets to, if not more, it's gonna be different. It's gonna hit different. All right, guys, so Spencer and I got to talking about the truck, forgot to film an outro per the usual. So, following Monday back at FASS headquarters, we hope you enjoyed the video. If you'd like content like this, be sure to hit the subscribe button, and thanks for watching.